everyone who wants to be a real traveler. In this video, I would like to explain a proper budgeting for your travel plan. So, there will be no more shock for spending more than what you imagine. But before that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Now, sit tight and grab your travel plan. First thing first, I want to explain that there are two methods for travel budgeting. The first one is forward budgeting. It means that you will decide everything and then you will decide how much money you need to put for this travel. And the second one is backward budgeting. It means when you have some money to spend and then you decide everything else afterward. Let's start with forward budgeting. There are so many things to decide before you come to the conclusion of how much money you have to budget for your holiday. So, what are these things? Number one, decide your destination. Is it a local destination or overseas destination? There are so many things different between the local and the overseas destination. But forget about all of that! For budgeting, you only need to know one thing. How expensive is there? The big city will be more expensive than a small town. A touristy area will be much more expensive than non-touristy area. Countries like Switzerland or Iceland will be much more expensive than like Thailand or Indonesia. So, you have to check the price of their food, accommodation and transportation. Number two, decide when is your travel will be. Will it be a public holiday in your place? Will it be a public holiday in your destination? Will it be a weekdays or weekends? Will it be a summer holiday? Will it be a school holiday? The price of the flight will be significantly different between the non-peak season and the peak season. Not only that, the price for the bus and train will also be different, though the difference will not be so much when you buy it way in advance. The hotel and the entrance fee for some tourist area will be also different, because they usually sell more expensive for the weekend and the public holiday compared to the weekdays. Number 3. Decide your total days. This will be important once you calculate your total budget from your daily budget. Number 4. Decide how you want to spend your holiday and how luxurious you want to be. You want to book a 5-star hotel by the beach and then you just lay down by the beach every day or just be in the hotel? Or you want to keep moving every day to explore different cities in that country? Do you want a posh holiday or a backpacker holiday? Number 5. Decide how you want to go to your destination and return, as well as how you want to commute in your destination. Will you combine between flight, bus and train, or will you drive all the way there? If you take flights, the best time to buy is 7 weeks in advance. If you book closer to the date, the price will getting more and more expensive. Even though sometimes they also have sales, because they have so many empty seats and they need to fill out the plane. If you're gonna drive all the way to your destination, you have to check the petrol price on the way and as well as in your destination. Not only that, you also need to check the toll systems on the way and your destination. Whether it's using like a pass, like 1 day pass, 1 week pass, 1 month pass, or pay as you go and they're using the gate system. If you're using a rental car, you have to check the price of the rental car including all insurance, because it's always better to be safe than sorry. Not only that, you also need to check the price of the petrol in your destination, as well as the toll system there. If it's using a yearly pass or monthly pass, usually the car rental is already equipped with this toll pass and you only need to top up a little bit and sometimes they give you for free. If you take train, some country in Europe will allow you to buy a super sale ticket when you try to book way in advance, like 2 or 3 months in advance. This ticket usually is non-changeable and non-refundable, but the price is usually really cheap compared to the flexible one. If you take bus, unless it is very big season like a big holiday like Christmas and New Year holiday or some other big public holiday, usually the bus price is quite stable up to 1 or 2 weeks before the travel date. so you can book your bus 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before you travel. Local public transport inside the city usually have the same price all the time, so you can just buy it before you go. Number 6. Decide what kind of accommodation you want to stay in. Do you want to just relax in a hotel, just explore the town a little bit? You can then book a 5-star hotel with a very nice with pool and everything. Or you want to mostly stay outside because you want to explore a lot of things and visiting a lot of places. Then you can just book a comfortable hotel but not too expensive. If you want to prepare your own meal, you can book an apartment with a complete kitchen set. Or if you're on a tight budget, you can also book a hostel. Additional tips for you. If you have your own car or you have your rental car, then you can book an accommodation outside the city center. This way, you can get a very nice hotel like a 5-star hotel for the price of like 3-star hotel in the city center. Also, if the price of the accommodation in your destination is way too expensive, you can book in the town nearby, as long as they have a good connection to your destination. This way, you are not only saving money, but you also have a bonus of visiting one more place. Number 7. Decide the places you want to visit. Check their entrance fee online. Like I already mentioned earlier, this entrance fee usually vary by season. Summer season, holiday season or weekends are usually more expensive. Check the price on their website. Will it be different compared to the price when you buy on the spot? Check if the local tourists will also get a different price with the foreign tourists. Check some reputable online agencies. There are some online agencies that usually sell these tickets with discounts. Some tourist attractions also sell a combined ticket. It means that if you visit place A and B, then you can buy a combined ticket and you will get a discount. You can also search for a city pass. With a city pass, usually you can get to use the public transport inside the city for free. And also additionally, you can get a discount for popular places inside the city or even like a free entrance. Just Google it, city name, city pass, London city pass, something like that. If you are a student, don't forget to check the student price. Some places have this student price. It means that you will pay cheaper than the regular price by showing your student ID or the IC card. Number 8. Decide how many people will go. While flight ticket usually is not getting cheaper when you add more people because they have the limitation of how much the cheap ticket price they can sell in one flight, but accommodation and other mode of transportation may say other way around. You can share the hotel when you go for more than one person. You can also share the petrol cost when you go with a car. For example, if you go like 4 people in one car, then you can share the petrol cost for 4 people. Some countries might have a group ticket for public transportation inside the city or even intercity. By using this ticket, the price will be much cheaper when you travel in a group compared to when you're traveling alone. But don't be sad if you're traveling alone. I did a lot of solo travel. So you can just find a nice hostel for your stay. There are a lot of hostels that are really cool and clean, and they even have a great buffet breakfast. In the hostel, you can also meet new friends, and sometimes you can even plan to explore some places together. Number 9. Check if you need any visa to your destination. Check the price of the visa. Check as well as the process. If you need to apply the visa in advance, then you need to usually to provide the proof of accommodation as well as the return flight as well as your savings. So take all of this into the consideration. Well, I think now your brain already exploded. It's full with the information of how you're gonna plan your holiday, and as well as all the information about your destination. So now let's start with making a simple budgeting plan. First, total your transportation from your place to your destination as well as when you change city or when you change country. Exclude the transportation inside the city itself because this will go into your daily budgeting. For example, I'm planning to go to Paris. My return flight from here to Paris is 150 euro. And then from Paris airport to city center and return, I need another 25 euro for the special train. And then from Paris, I also want to visit some other cities nearby. And then the transportation to visit these cities are another 100 euro. So now my total transportation is 275 euro. I don't include the transportation inside the city itself, either it's Paris or other city. Second, total the cost of all the attractions that you want to visit. For example, I want to visit Disneyland Paris, as well as Versailles Palace, and also I want to go up in the Eiffel Tower. Other than that, I also want to visit some other places when I visited other cities nearby. So then the total cost for this entrance fee for me is 225 euro. The third, total the daily budget. This daily budget is including the accommodation, the public transport inside the city, and your meal. For example, I want to stay in a nice hotel but outside the city center. To simplify the calculation of the daily budget, let's say the price of the hotel in the Paris is same with other cities that I want to visit, even though I don't think that's actually really true. So the price of the hotel is 100 euro for weekend per night and 80 euro for weekday per night. Then, because I'm traveling with a friend, then I only pay half of it, which is like 40 euro per night for the weekdays and 50 euro per night for the weekend. Because our stay is a little bit outside the city center, we need a little bit more for the transportation. We need 10 euro per day for the transportation. Since our hotel is already giving us a free breakfast, then we only need lunch and dinner. And we are planning to just grab a quick bite for lunch because we want to visit a lot of places and we want to sit in a nice restaurant or normal restaurant for dinner. So that gives us the budget for our meal to 40 euro per day. By using this calculation, we need 90 euros per day for the weekdays and 100 euro per day for the weekend per person. Now let's combine everything. Let's say I'm gonna have a 7 days holidays. 5 days come on the weekdays and 2 days on the weekends. So that means I need 450 euro for the weekdays and 200 euro for the weekends. It brings us 650 euro for our daily budgeting. And then let's total with the total transport and total entrance fee. The transport was 275 euro and the entrance fee was 225 euro. This brings us 500 euro. And then we add the 650 euro from the daily budgeting. This brings us the total for our holiday in Paris for 7 days, 1,150 euro. As you may already realize that we calculate the hotel per day instead of per night. But when you do the real booking, it will be per night instead of per day. Also, when you start your holiday, usually you don't really start in the early morning. You can also start like after lunch or something like that. And you can be back before dinner, for example. So these differences are your buffer for your budgeting. But if you really want to be safe, really safe, then you can also add one more day to your budgeting. So in this case, we have already 1,150 euro. If you want to add one more day, it means you have your budget 1,250 euro. I hope that example will make everything clear for the forward budgeting. Now, grab your cookies. We continue to the backward budgeting. In the backward budgeting scenario, you have a certain amount of money and then you feel like, I think I really need a very good holiday. So then you plan everything else, the one that I already mentioned earlier, number 1 to number 8, according to this certain amount of money. So let's just dive in. First one, decide the total days of your holidays. The total days will also affect of how luxurious you're gonna spend your holiday. For example, if you have a 1,000 euro budget, with the total 3 days of holidays, you will have kind of a luxurious holiday. With a 1 week holiday, you will have a normal but comfortable holiday. with a 2 weeks holiday, you will have a little bit tight holiday. Your total days is also important to decide your destination, because you don't want to spend more than 8 hours by car, bus or train, or more than 3 hours by flight for like a 3 days holidays. Because instead of feeling refreshed, you will feel like so tired when you return from your holiday. You also don't want to find a destination that have too much time difference if you only go for a very short holiday. The second one, you have to decide when will you go. This is important before you decide your destination. If you have a very peaceful holiday, choose weekdays instead of weekend. Also, the entrance fee and the accommodation is cheaper on the weekdays instead of on the weekends. The third one, find your destination. Be realistic. Find the destination that's achievable for your budget and your time. The fourth one, decide your transportation. From this point, you already know how much time you have and how much budget you have. Choose the mode of transportation that are bearable for you and as well as your budget. For example, if you have 500 euro budget, don't spend 400 euro only for the flight tickets. Unless you have a family member there, like your sister or brother or someone, that will pay everything else for you, don't do this. The fifth one is decide the places you want to visit. Make sure that the cost will be within your budget. Now before we move to the last one, let's total the transportation, the entrance fee as well as like visa if you need it, or like health insurance or anything else. And then deduct your budget with this total. Afterwards, the rest of the money will go into your daily budgeting and you can choose the perfect accommodation for you as well as how to spend the rest of the money. For example, you have 1000 euro budget. You will go for 5 days trip. And then the total of the transportation like flight and the bus, intercity bus, will cost you 200 euro. And then the entrance fees to some of the tourist places will cost you 100 euro. So now you have 700 euro left. With the 5 days trip, it means you can spend 140 euro per day. With 140 euro, then you can choose what kind of accommodation you want and also use the rest of the money for the transportation inside the city as well as the meal, and also you can buy some souvenirs if you still have some money. So, personally, I will use both methods. Sometimes if I already know my destination and what I want to do there, I'm gonna do the forward budgeting. Sometimes if I see long weekends and I feel like, I think I have some money to spare, in these long weekends I'm using the backward budgeting. So I choose the destination and other things afterwards. So, which method is more suitable for you? What do you think? Please write it in the comment section below. Okay guys, I think it's time for me to go. I still have some travel to plan. If you like this video, click the like button and share it with your friends and family. If you like to see more travel videos or budgeting videos, hit the subscribe button below.